Temple University could be under new leadership in the not too distant future.
This after board members call for the current president to be ousted for the way he handled the recent firing of the university's provost. Eyewitness News reporter Joe Holden is live from Temple University with new information about this shakeup. Joe.
Well, good evening to you, and a bombshell development just within the last 15 minutes. Now, we've been following all day the impending termination of Temple's president. Now, just within the last few minutes, we have a statement from the former provost Hochner. He just put out a statement that someone had leaked allegations that he was behind the sexual harassment of a Temple employee. That happened allegedly shortly before he left the university as provost. He calls those allegations an utter fabrication, and he claims he was maligned. Now, he had been removed by the president last month, and today the board is on record as saying they are parting ways with the president, Neil Theobald, because of how he handled the provost. This volleyball game was about as exciting as it got on Temple's campus on Wednesday. Behind the scenes, though, there's turmoil. Have you heard about what's going on with the president?
No.
Had you heard about the president getting swept out?
Yeah, I heard about it.
You heard about it? The axe fell swiftly. The university's board of trustees announced last night President Neil Theobald would be swept out of office next week. What are they saying he was fired for?
Fired for the money.
For money. Technically, he's not fired yet. The board of trustees cast a unanimous no confidence vote in the president. Kevin Feely sat down with us on the board's behalf, telling us members acted in response to specific concerns.
Primarily because of the board's concerns about the way President Theobald handled the events leading up to the dismissal of Provost Hai-Lung Dai.
It was just last month when Provost Hai-Lung Dai was tossed from his role as university provost. The move by the president incited anger in the community. Dai remains a faculty member. Clearly not an insignificant move. The timing of Theobald's departure has some puzzled.
Oh, that's another shame of this whole thing, that this is done in the middle of summer. Faculty are away.
Dr. Art Hochner is president of the faculty union. He says the board's decision has sent shockwaves across the community.
This was a bigger surprise, and have the two top officers of the university, aside from the health system, go at, basically within a couple of weeks is amazing.
Now, Temple's board of trustees is also questioning a $22 million deficit in the financial aid budget. They say that that is a drop in that budget that was spiked under Theobald's watch. So just within the last half hour, there are numerous allegations going back and forth. The latest one in the last 15 minutes now including an allegation of blackmail. Live in North Philly on Temple's campus, I'm Joe Holden, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Joe, thanks so much.